Peace. Yo, I just wanted to go into today's supreme alphabet, you know what I'm saying? The 23rd letter, which is wisdom. And I wanted to touch base on that because, there's a lot of times where a lot of people say, they have wisdom, you know what I'm saying, because they're old, they have wisdom because, they went through experiences. That's all fine and dandy. But however, wisdom is a little bit more than what a lot of people say, wise words, ways, and actions. Because, and in some of our degrees it says, well, one of our degrees, in the 1 to 40, it says, who made Holy Quran the Bible, how long ago, and will you tell us why does Islam renew its history every 25,000 years? Answer. The Holy Quran the Bible was made by the original man who was Allah, supreme being, black man invasion. The Holy Quran the Bible was inspired in the year 25,000, which is 15,080 years from the time of his writing. The Nation of Islam is all wise and does everything right and exact. Now, I'm going to stop right there at that degree, because that degree says all wise. You feel what I'm saying? When you all wise, that means that you cover every area of your life that you deal with, no matter what the situation and the circumstances require. You are all wise in that area. Now, all encompasses everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything, in every aspect that you can name, whether it be social, financial, economical, political, mental, physical, emotional, whatever the case may be. And it's talking about being all wise. Now, the reason why I'm going there with wisdom is because wisdom is wise words, ways, and actions. You know what I'm saying? But however, it doesn't say in your mathematics all wise words, ways, and actions. It just says wise words, ways, and actions. You know what I'm saying? In mine, it says wise words spoken by a wise black man. Wisdom is a black woman. Now, I'm only going to go into the principle of the wise words being spoken, wise words, ways, and actions. Because a lot of people need to understand that when you have wisdom, that doesn't mean that you have a whole lot of experience. That doesn't necessarily mean that because you have a whole lot of experience to keep making the same damn mistakes over and over again. Does that mean that you're wise? No, it doesn't. It means that you have experience, but you are not activating that experience to the best of your potential. You are not activating it properly when properly used. You feel what I'm saying? You're not bringing it into an existence where it's conducive to your growth and development and you're covered in all areas. That's not what you're doing with the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that could be a detriment because some people think that, oh, I got wisdom, I know this, I've been through the experience. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, right? Now, say for instance that, there was a person that was on drugs, right? A person on drugs, recovered from their drug addiction, was clean for like 2-3 years, didn't get high, didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do anything of that nature, right? And they have the experience to help other people, right? Now, you are giving somebody your wisdom, your end of the experience, your end of the square of the experiences you went through while being a drug addict, addicted, strung out, broke down, busted, and disgusted, anything that you want to call it. And one day, something happens to you. A situation or circumstance happens in your life. And it takes a big toll on you, right? And you end up going back to drugs, being strung out again, being addicted, drinking, smoking, doing all the things that you learned from your previous experience. Did that make you all wise? No, it doesn't. Because if you was all wise, or if you was wise, you would know that, okay, I faced this experience before, and I'm not going to go through this experience again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find another outlet that is beneficial to my growth and development, and it's not going to bring me down. And that's the bridge that gets to understanding. Wisdom is the bridge or the vehicle in which knowledge uses to get to the destination of understanding. because you know already. You already know. You've been through the experience already. So why would you repeat that same endeavor that you went through? That's not a wise move. That's an unwise move. It's actually a foolish decision because you fell victim to your low desire because of a situation that happened. But you just gained experience from it. So how is it that when you gained the experience from the situation, you didn't properly apply that and activate that or even reflect on that? You should have been a person that been like, yeah, I remember when the situation such happened in my life before, and I was strung out on drugs for like 2, 3, 4 years, and what it did to me and what toll it took on you. If you know the action that was manifested that it took on you, as far as, you know, your family, your friends, people didn't want to hang around you, people didn't want to be around you, then why would you repeat that same endeavor again and go through that revolving door? That's not using experience. That's not you being, sage. That's not being none of that. What that is that you just decided to make an impulsive decision. That's wisdom knowledge. That's not knowledge in your wisdom. Because if you knowledge your wisdom, that you'll know the experiences that you already went through in order for you to get to understand it or misunderstand it. You know what I'm saying? Or you didn't fully comprehend the experience. You just use it as a tool and a reference guide to be like, yeah, I overcame this situation. I ain't gonna do it again. But not doing it again, meaning that you now know the proper method or means of approach to use when faced with this endeavor again. Right? So what is that telling you? That is telling you that you haven't learned from the experience, and now this is now the reality of constantly making this error. Now you're in error again. So what are you supposed to do? All right. Well, okay. This is what I will suggest, and this is just a hypothetical analogy of what wisdom is and how to use it. When you're faced with an experience in life, right, and you're dealing with it from a perspective of, okay, you went to that route of drugging yourself, self-medicating yourself, being strung out, crack addict, whatever you want to call yourself, or being addicted to the drugs and the substances that overpowered you, and you recovered from it, and you revived from it, you have to understand that if you've seen that experience take place in your life personally, what is the best method of approach? Meaning, what type of resources can I use in order for me to be successful in my undertakings for next time? Because there are going to be many situations that's going to require you to use your experience and your wisdom in order for you to get to understand it and see the truth in the matter. Because knowing that means that you now have the ability to empower yourself. Going to the word, power, which is all being born, which is power, all being born to power. Power is that force, that strength, that energy that gives you the ability to do work. So if you have the ability to do work and have the ability to see the light, bear witness to the light, and understand what the light requires, which is the truth of the matter, then you should be able to share that experience with other people. But you can't share that experience with other people if you just came out of that experience twice. You know what I'm saying? You came out of it twice, and you didn't use that as a reference guide. You just use it as I went to these NA classes, these AA classes, and I shared my experience that I was a recovering addict. However, I didn't tell them people that I just fell, or I just submitted to this drug or this substance. Now I'm going through this experience or this endeavor all over again. So when you say that you're all wise, that means that you're covered in many areas. You're covered in all areas of life. And you know what to do. You know how to approach the situation. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's financial, economical, political, social, mental, physical, or emotional. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're talking this all wise stuff, make sure that you know what you're talking about. Because that's just not a phrase. That is the actual existence. If a person says that they're all wise and do everything right and exact, that means that right is a path and exact is accurate, it's precise, it's right on point. You do things to the T. You cross your T's and you dot your I's. So, like I said, today's mathematics in the supreme alphabet is wisdom. Use it wisely. Wisely. Now, me personally, I'm gonna say this. There's been some situations where I haven't been all wise and where I haven't really used my wisdom as a reference guy or my experiences as a reference guy. I fell victim to sometimes. And the reason why I'm relating it to this because I want you to feel what I'm coming from. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. So you can see the truth that I'm not just speaking mathematics because it sounds good or it's profound. I'm saying it because it's an actual tool that somebody can use in order for them to save their lives. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm giving you my reference point of what happened to me when I said I was all wise and didn't really reference back to my experiences and my situations and my circumstances. I wasn't wise within my cipher in my situation. I said that I was, but I really wasn't. I was actually dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because saying that you're saying that and that being said is giving people the understanding that you know what you're doing. You know how to activate this at any given time with a snap of a finger. And you could be right on point with it. Not always the case. So today, use wisdom, but before you use it, make sure that you know the reason why you're using the wisdom or the experiences in your life in order for you to bring forth understanding. Because it's only going to reveal the truth about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, making that born, just wanted to share that end of the angle with you, or my angle, or my side of the square with you, to let you know how I see today's math in the supreme alphabet, which is wisdom. Because it's not just wise words being spoken. Anybody can speak wise, look wise, act wise, and be wise. But when you really see them, it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. They're not even close to what you think they were or are or supposed to be. They're the actual opposite. So just be wise in your endeavors. I'll build you there. Peace.